The Parkinson Law to Time Management. Hi, my name is Slavika Bogdanov. I'm a professional and personal coach. I'm also an author with over 40 published books, screenwriter with many awards, 20 plus screenplays, film producer, etc., etc. And I launched a website to help you get from where you are to where you want to be by offering some really cool courses and group coaching, etc., etc. You can find more information below, but for now, let's understand what is this Parkinson Law for Time Management. So I'm not speaking of Parkinson, the disease. I'm really speaking of Mr. Parkinson, who had a law, and that law referred more on the terms of it was at the beginning of the 19th century, the 20th century, actually 1900s, where he discovered something very particular that was happening in the new industrialization. Is that, and his theory basically goes like this: any container, so whether it's an office, whether it's a room, any container will be filled to its full capacity. So for example, if I take a glass to fill it with water, chances are I'm going to fill it to the top, right? If I take an apartment that has, or a house that has 4 bedrooms, chances are I'm going to furnish all 4 bedrooms. I'm not going to buy a 4-bedroom house to furnish only 2 bedrooms. It's very rare that it happens. So if I, for example, have 3 gigs memory on my phone, chances are that eventually I will fill up the memory of my phone, etc., and etc., etc. So how does that work for time management? Please listen carefully, because if you get this, your life will be completely transformed. It changed my life completely, and I'll explain why in a minute. Although it sounds pretty funny to think of the Parkinson Law for time management, it's actually a tool that can really transform the way you manage your time and what you do with the time you have and how much you can accomplish in a certain amount of time. So let's say the container now, instead of being a glass of water, the container is the amount of time you set for a certain activity to be completed. I give you an example. When I had my master's degree to complete, the university, the faculty gave me 2 years to complete my master's. So guess what? I completed my master's degree in 2 years. The truth being told, I actually completed my master's degree probably in 2 months. But the rest of the 2 years were filled with trials and errors and doing other things and working and traveling and reading and researching. And I know I would have done my master's in possibly 3 months if the time limit, so that container, would have been 3 months. I'll give you another example. When I wanted to write my first book, I found out about this law of Parkinson. I wanted to write my book in 6 months. That's the time that I gave myself. I thought, if I have 6 months to write this book, I think it's fair. Then I read about the law of Parkinson, and I decided to give myself 6 weeks to write the same book. Guess what? I wrote my book in 7 weeks. All right, it wasn't 6 weeks, but it wasn't 6 months. I was closer to the 6 weeks than I would have been with the 6 months. So that allows me to do much more in much less time, because I decide of the size of the container. What that means is the time you allow yourself for a goal to be achieved, chances are that's the time it will take for the goal to be achieved. If you decide for a goal to be achieved in less amount of time, guess what? It's going to take you less amount of time to achieve the same goal. Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that like the biggest aha moment you could ever have? Isn't that like incredible? And some people will, of course, rebuff and say, it doesn't work, Slavika, because sometimes you need other people for a project. Sometimes there's technological things that need to happen. Sometimes they're this, sometimes they're that. And I beg to differ. Every single time I have used it, and I use it all the time, well, magically the right people have come on board, the right teams have formed. Magically I found the right technology to finish it in a shorter amount of time. Especially nowadays, technologies are like, there's new things being invented all the time. So I suggest the next time you set yourself a certain amount of time to accomplish something, try to set a shorter amount of time. Use the Parkinson law and try, instead of setting a month or a year, well, just shorten it a little bit and see what happens. And I bet you, you will have exactly what I said. You will reach that goal closer to the shorter period of time than to the longer period of time. And you will be so happy because you will have more time to do more things in your life and fill it with even more success, which I hope you will. So try it, please, and start small. Start with a small goal so you can practice and see that it actually works. And then please just write in the comments your results. I'll be super thrilled to hear and read about them. And if you really want a coach to push you, to give you accountability, and to take you step by step from where you are to where you want to be at quantum speed, because I know how to use time management to bring you there faster, then please contact me either on my website, or you can leave your email in the comments, or just leave a comment so that I can contact you and give you more information. I often have a waiting list, but nonetheless, I'd love to help you get where you want to be at the lightning speed. That's what I'm really good at. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on like, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends so that everybody can be successful. Thank you. Have a great day.